Hey everybody, welcome to our latest session of Daytrippers. Thanks to all you guys hanging out in the chat. Skyjam and 20 jumped in early. He's been waiting forever. Jeremy is there, of course, as usual. Hey guys, we're sans Jesse tonight. I assume he's probably sleeping. Is going to be really mad when we play without him, but
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. He's gonna have to wait for the next one. So we were doing some offline stuff that we probably should have recorded, some character things, but we're here now. Maybe we'll revisit some of that stuff. We've got Todd at the helm yet again. Run another fabulous game for us tonight, and see where we go.
Word.
We were just talking about the downtime between the last adventure and this one, and we've got a couple months to fill up. We know that the first week or so, Nash got basically suicidal, and Susie brought him a cat, asked him if he'd ever thought about having a baby. But what he just realized a minute ago while wandering around in the streets and thinking it over was that she'd been talking about her own death just before she was asking about the baby question. And that makes him think, you know, Susie's been kind of distant lately. Something's going on with her. You're not the only one with problems here, Nash.
Okay.
And meanwhile, over at Fitch's place, he's just been in the haptic suit with the VR helmet on, training for maneuvers, flying all different kinds of craft, simulating all kinds of systems and emergency procedures, until he's boosted his pilot skill another +1. So now you're +3, yeah?
+3, yeah.
You're going to be able to do some crazy shit in that ship.
That's right.
Stuff it's not built for.
That's the idea.
All right, so let's do a little downtime roll here. Let's see what happens in the world around y'all's while a month or two goes by. Oh, let me ask you: Are you deliberately trying to keep a low profile, or even hide, or are you just normal, out and about?
I think probably Nash is a little bit more low profile just because of his mental situation. It's not like he's intentionally like, hey, I'm gonna hide out. It's more like my shit is fucked up and I'm in my head, and I'm just neglecting certain things.
All right, so make a psyche roll for me. Roll as many dice as your psyche.
All right. Does my therapy then bring that 1 that I had lost back to give me 2 again, or am I still at 1?
Oh, we actually haven't rolled to determine the success of the therapy yet, which because we haven't reached the end of a month yet.
Okay.
So that answers that for now.
So that would be 1.
That would be not yet, yeah.
I got 6 though.
Okay. Yeah, you succeed in laying low and staying out of trouble without wandering like a doofus right into the middle of it with your mind on other things. So that's cool. And as for Fitch, you know what? Life goes on pretty much as expected. Probably because you spend all your time indoors wearing a haptic suit responding to virtual stimuli. So basically a month goes by and not much else happens. I'm going to now roll for the psych roll to see if you're that is, if Nash's psychologist has succeeded in getting that point of psych back.
The suspense is killing me.
You got it.
You know what? I want to be anal about this because it is important.
Nope. It's totally cool. I will edit most of this down in post.
Okay, you've had a month of rest. You make it's a hard psyche roll. That's a DL5. So basically, you do a psyche roll. You're trying to beat 5.
Okay. I wasted my 6, I think.
Your wad.
No, I got another 6.
Whoa,
All right.
Well
Congratulations.
I love
You
this
pulled
die.
yourself back from the brink of certain despair, or at least, momentary sadness. So, okay. No longer feeling suicidal, you now feel at the end of the month capable of getting a handle on your life. You're no longer having those suicidal thoughts. You actually like the cat. And you become aware something is really wrong with Susie. She's starting to walk around almost in a daze. She starts sentences she doesn't finish.
Oh, shit.
And she's starting to turn, swear to God, seems like she's getting paler.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Something draining her.
All right. So as player, I think I know what's going on. Do I need to make a roll to have the character kind of figure out what's going on, or can we just sort of roll with?
Let it bleed. What's on your mind?
All right. So he was, adamant in his refusal to accept the Dreamdeck, and knowing that the world which they entered, appeared to be, a creation of Susie's own mind. She's always been bubbly and outgoing, and maybe sometimes overbearing in the perkiness from his perspective. He's starting to think that maybe that Ingwe Cordova is doing something that he shouldn't be doing with these dream decks. That maybe he's trying to seed worlds, and maybe. Or maybe he doesn't know that the outcome of this technology is that it's sapping people of their life force.
Do you talk to Ben about this?
I think I would, because as he comes out of his haze and like she's not there the way she normally is.
Yeah.
He might make some overture like, hey, what's going on, or hey, let's go out to trying for him to be outside of himself to sort of like pull her along, which is a really weird place for him to be in, because
it's flipped over.
Yeah, exactly. And when that doesn't seem to work, then he would just like call Nash out of the blue, or call Fitch out of the blue, because they haven't really been hanging out. Fitch is deep into VR, and Nash was deep into his own heads. It's just like completely out of the blue, give him a call.
Okay, so you've heard it so far, right, Fitch? I mean,
yep, something's not right.
Nash thinks that the Dreamdeck is somehow connected to what's going wrong with Susie.
Yeah, all right. Well, when I hear that, I mean, I know I took a Dreamdeck, but I was so immersed in my training and just kind of decompressing and introvertedly getting away from the world that I didn't even pick up the Dreamdeck to experiment with it. So, but as he's talking about this, would I know? Would Ben know anything about this kind of phenomenon in regard to a Dreamdeck?
Do you have any psych skill?
I do, and it's level 2.
Really? Yeah, okay. Make that roll, add 2.
All right.
Tell me what you get.
A 6 and a 1.
All right, so that's a 6, and you're adding 2 for skill?
Yes. Wait. Let me refresh my memory. I'm rolling as many dice as the skill.
Well, is it your stat or your skill? Do you have psychology at +2?
Oh no! My
That's
stat.
the question.
So I have no psychology whatsoever. I have no.
Okay, so you rolled.
I don't know shit.
So you rolled as many dice as your psych stat, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and you got a 6 because you keep the highest one.
Oh, okay, that's right. Thank you.
Now, if there was a psych skill, we would have added it to that.
No, there's no skill. No, just a straight psych.
Okay, so that's how the mechanics works. By the way, I want to remind you guys, because I always forget, but you can call a character development scene anywhere in the story that you want to. This can be a flashback or a moment of realization, or one of those, like Kung Fu, when going back to his training and learning that he knows how to do that already, or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do that one time per every episode. You can use it to spend XP or bring in a new life shaper that we never even fucking heard of before.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right, so I guess I sort of know a little bit about this, like maybe the symptoms of a.
With a 6, here's what you know. Ingrid Cordoba is a neurophysicist as well as a neurological surgeon.
All right.
He is also the CEO of a company called Somnambula Inc. They are the creators of the first consumer price, meaning they cost about $10 grand. But that's considered consumer price.
Oosh.
And they're kind of popular. You also know that the reason Susie's using one is because in her psych class, because you heard this story before, her teacher is Dr. Morova Martez, and she has provided Dreamdecks. Somehow she's got an arrangement with Somnambula, right, for all of her students. And the only stipulation is that Dreamdecks don't really belong to the student. The student takes it home, records their dreams, comes back, and then uploads their dreams into her database. So basically, she's got copies of all their dreams, and it's being used for research and training.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what we know.
Yeah.
Any theories of your own, or do you think that, okay, Nash is onto something here?
My guess would be Nash is onto something here, and Susie's suffering some kind of debilitating effect from possibly maybe overstimulation.
What do y'all want to do about it?
Well, that's a good question. I'm assuming at this point I'm now talking with Nash.
Yep.
We met at the bar, usual spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too crowded. It's relatively quiet. You're relating this to me, like, dude, what do you want? I mean, my gut's telling me something's fishy here.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to her. I try to pull her. I mean, you've seen her. You know how perky she is.
She's the opposite of perky.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, she doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see. Well, I saw the teacher, right? Like, so the Martez. She's actually a psychologist, like a clinical psychologist. So I've been seeing her a little bit. That last mission really.
As like officially, man.
No, well, like, yeah, as a patient.
Why don't you fucking tell me? I'll straighten you out. 2 slaps across your fucking mouth. You'll be all right.
I need to stop you right there, because you just pointed out something that may be of importance. So I'm actually going to request a character development scene right here.
Okay.
All right.
I think at this moment we need to flash back to the last session with Dr. Martez, just real quick. Find out what's been going on there.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, Martez has given you a whole bunch of the usual self-help kind of stuff. I mean, you've actually heard this stuff before, and she's kind of easy to look at, so that makes it a whole lot easier swallowing as it's going down. But you actually don't feel that she's the reason for your success in getting over the recent PTSD. You actually feel like you've sort of put this together on your own by realizing how self-serving and full of bullshit everybody else is. Right? Here she is. She's a doctor. She's a good-looking woman, and she's making, like, $4,000 an hour to tell you shit you could read on any website.
Take deep breaths, count to 10.
Yeah.
Get to bed early.
And so you're playing it pretty cool through the whole thing. but it's actually your realization that she's no better than you. In fact, most people are no better than you. They're faking their way through their whole fucking stupid bullshit life.
Mm-hmm.
And you've resolved you want to be real and actually live here in the moment. And that's gotten you over your suicidal thoughts and your depression. But now you're noticing other people walking around with suicidal thoughts and depression. So it's flipped for you. And you realize this woman's a fake, and psychologists don't know what the hell's going on. And the only time she really seems to make some sort of sense or have something interesting to say is once in a while she starts talking about the library of dream data she's collecting.
Mm-hmm.
She sometimes uses this to explain your something.
Right.
Like she's drawing a grand connection, like she's so smart, and you see right through it. But she's awful proud of this database, and the more you think about it, the more it creeps you out that your girlfriend's dreams are in a database that this doctor is using, and the doctor doesn't even know what the fuck.
Yeah, that's whack.
Yeah, like, so her eyes light up and she gets I'm kind of going through my spiel and she's just sort of sitting there. She's kind of making half-hearted notes, she's drinking her coffee or whatever. And, then she'll be like, oh, but this reminds me of, and she gets real animated. She starts moving her hands around. She gets up, she starts walking around the room. And I'm like, hey, what? I thought we were talking about what?
Yeah, in fact, not when she starts talking about the Dreamdeck, she gets excited. She gets up. She goes and gets a Dreamdeck out of the cabinet. She mentions it by name. She says the Somnambula Dreamdeck. I mean, she says its full name.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's so proud that she was selected by this corporation to have these. She thinks this is going to, put her on the map, put her ahead of all the other kids in her class,
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Right.
And it's hard to tell actually whether who's being used here. Is it her using the students, or is it the corporation using her?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So as the session wraps, he's kind of, I don't know if chagrined is quite the right word. He's a little bit frustrated, but he kind of is like, just another person in a position of authority that should doesn't necessarily where they belong. He's kind of frustrated by the whole thing because he was so resistant to go all this time, and Susie made overtures in the past. Well, maybe you should talk to somebody, or what did they say at the base and this and that. What did your army doctor say? And then he finally relented and went, and it was like, well, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, so
but it does raise some other questions, though, on a strategic level.
Right. So we'll cut back to the bar, which I believe was the King Cobra, if I'm not mistaken.
You are right, sir.
All right. So he's like, yeah, so I saw her once or twice, and I don't know that she really knows what she's doing, and I'll tell you what. I go in there and she's not paying any attention. I'm pouring out my soul. I'm trying to figure out what's
a bad thing.
Well, no, I mean, I guess so, right? But here she starts talking about the Dreamdeck, and she's like, the Somnambula Incorporated. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, she's the teacher. What, what is she pushing this stuff for? Like, and it's the only time that she really was engaged with what was going on in our conversation was she's trying to push these Dreamdecks.
Yeah.
They've got libraries of dreams. Susie's dreams, are they her aspirations? I mean, what the fuck is that? It's just like,
you better hope your personal shit ain't out there.
Well, metaphorically in some sense, all that stuff is out there, right? I mean, you saw the world. It was fucked up.
That is fucked up. Some people doing all kinds of weird stuff to your images and stuff. Don't even get me started. Let's not even go down that road.
Wait. Back up. Stop right there. Give me a brains roll. Roll your brains. Number of dice.
Range is 3, fortunately.
Roll 3 dice. Give me the highest one.
Both of us, or just
I got a 6. What?
I asked, was it both of us or just you?
Yeah, you can both do it.
Okay.
I got a 6, a 1, and a 5.
Okay.
I got a 5 and a 4.
All right. Yeah, you both realize that you stop yourself in the middle of the sentence. I think Fitch was just saying something like, some people out there doing some crazy ass shit with your girlfriend's dreams, but then he stops himself in the middle of the sentence because it's some people.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Ingwe Cordoba, who was your fucking client.
Yeah.
A month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. There's some shit coming together here.
But here's the bigger problem. We helped him. Like, we went there and got the plan. You know, I mean, shit, we've got a copy. We should get over to the ship. Did you ever look at that stuff? I didn't look at it.
I have a copy, but I haven't looked at it yet. No, maybe we should take a look at it. Let's
get over, talk to Tyro.
Right.
I mean, was he analyzing shit? I mean, I know we made a copy, but
he didn't. There was no, as far as I know, there was no analysis with a straight copy because we were running low on time.
Correct.
Shit. All right, let's get back there. We could take a look. We'll set Tyro up to let him take a look, and yeah, I mean, let's see if we can figure out what the hell we even stole.
Yeah, there's some weird zombie like vampiric shit going on here.
Well, what do I tell Susie? I mean, I've got to get that thing away from her, but I don't know. Like, she might be super resistant to that now. Like, if it's in her head, you know.
Yeah, I think right now just let her have it, or maybe like pull a wire or something and tell her you'll fix it later when we come back.
Yeah, I mean, I like, you know, just being depressed or whatever. Like, I get that, but like she's like fucking pale, dude. Like she's like
it's brainwashing shit.
Well, but it's almost like she's disappeared, right? I mean, like she's always like she's out, she's doing things, she volunteers her time and all that shit, you know. And you know,
she's in the dream world, man. That's some fucked up shit, man.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, right? So like, I don't want to go home and then like she's fucking gone.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. You know how I feel about that shit. Anyway, I get it. I get it. Like, maybe we should just like sabotage the Dreamdeck before we head over to Tyro, just to like keep her off. I don't know. Maybe that'll do more harm than good. I'm a little out of my element here. I'm just treading water.
Yeah, you and me both. All right, let's go to Tyro first and let's see, because like I mean, if we take it away right away, that could be super bad. So let's see if we can't find out something first, and then
let's find out what's on those dreams and see what's
yeah.
Okay, now I'm not even going to make you do a brains roll for this. I think it's probably Fitch is more likely to have this thought, but I think really anyone would have this thought after a few minutes. If it's the dream deck, then what about other people who are using these dream decks?
They're getting fucked over too.
Well, do we know that?
Well, we don't, but that's a logical surmise.
Well, I mean that speaks to the bigger question. I mean, if we
how do we shut?
Well, yeah, I mean, if we find something through through this analysis, and we find that this is like really bad,
we got to go to the first then.
Well, Dr. Martinez has given them to all of her students in that class that Susie's in.
Oh shit! How many students are in the class? Do we know?
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be at least 30, right? Maybe 100.
Fuck. Was it a 101? What the hell?
It could be. I never paid that much attention. I mean, she comes home and she's always, you know, I mean, it could be just a 101 class. Yeah.
Well, rock solid there.
Well, you know, I mean, I got.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm with you, brother.
Look, we got to focus small first.
All right, well, let's go check out Tyro and see what we can find on here, and then if we have to find some way, maybe there's some kind of master control program that we could like reconfigure these dream decks remotely.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, off to the ship.
We're off to the ship.
All right, so we wake Tyro up. You can load the database into Tyro, but he's going to have to either search the cloud or is it possible that you have an emulator or at least a copy of the operating system for the Dreamdeck? Because if you do, then you can load that into Tyro. He can figure out how to run it as an emulator, and then he can read this code.
Oh shit!
Would I have known to take? Would I have known to take the Dreamdeck that I was given with me? Would that? Can we retcon that or no?
Brains roll.
Do you have any computer tech skills?
I do not.
You probably just assumed he could read it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we just. All right. No, I have a straight
so
copy.
You could read it with a Dreamdeck, or you could program a Dreamdeck emulator, basically, like an OS copy, and have your computer read it.
Virtual mode. Okay.
Too bad we don't have Chip. He was good at that kind of shit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's fucking sleeping off something. All right.
Man, gets a little taste.
You know what? Chip has been busy shooting his show.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's got that, what the fuck was it called?
Exactly.
Blunt Force Drama. So he's off being Mr. Pilot Guy. And he hasn't been returning your calls lately.
No. God damn it.
Matter of fact, you see a commercial that says, coming up next week on Follow My Ass, Psilocybin, with a guest host, Chip Parsons.
Oh man, he's throwing us over for this fame and fortune bullshit.
He's made it to the C list.
It doesn't. C list. I mean, it's gone to his head, obviously.
Yeah, that shit. We made him too, right? Like he was on the downslope. We take him on a mission. Now he's back on TV again. Kicks us right to the curb.
Can't trust anybody.
Man,
you gotta stay with the military, man. Pilots and shit. None of this.
You know what though? Every Christmas he will send you a fruit basket.
We'll send him some Christmas meat.
Well,
I'm gonna send you a nice fruit basket.
Well, so we sit down at the console. I think we had like a thumb drive, or did he download it onto himself? I can't remember.
Yeah, the USB drive. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you handed over the USB drive, but you made a copy of the data.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's on the ship already.
Yeah. You handed over the thumb drive to your fixer.
Yeah.
Who ostensibly handed it over to Cordova.
Right.
Gotcha. All right, so we've got the copy on Tyro. All right, wake Tyro up and ask him to take a look, if he can, take a look at this data that we have without an emulator, if that would be possible. If not, I'm going to have to find somebody real quick. Not that I want to bring someone else into the fold.
Tyro says that you would need to be an advanced programmer in order to get an emulator running. And if you brought the Dreamdeck here and were willing to spend, so many hours wiring together hardware, he could probably make sense of the emulator you would build. But A, you don't possess such skill, and B, it would take much less time to just go back, slap that into a Dreamdeck,
all right,
put the Dreamdeck on, and play it.
Gotcha.
All right.
You want to go back and get the Dreamdeck?
Yeah. Well, let's do it here on the ship though, because then should be pretty secure. We don't want anybody to know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I'll run back and grab my Dreamdeck. Still, the fucker's still in the box.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, yeah. You do that. Maybe I'll call Susie real quick and see what she's doing.
All right. Stay frosty. Remember to breathe and be cool. I'll be right back.
All right, like a cucumber.
Don't touch anything.
So you grab the box off the shelf. Somnambula, Dream It All Again.
That's right.
Sacramento, California.
All right. I'm gonna throw that in my satchel. Sling that over my shoulder. I don't want anyone to see it. Do I think of anything else offhand real fast that I think I might need? I'm thinking in like...
Well, first off, I don't know which one of you you're planning on wearing the Dreamdeck.
Oh, it would be Fitch. It wouldn't be me.
I'll yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I'll go ahead and wear the Dreamdeck.
Okay, so basically the other person basically wants to be as prepared as possible for a potential psychotic episode.
All right. So I got
I'm just saying, plan for the worst, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. I got good brains and get psych. That should be okay. And as a pilot, I've seen some shit anyway. So, all right, I'll plan.
Ripped in half by the rotating blades. And I smiled.
Oh shit.
Not Jack though. Jack did not smile.
Yeah.
Okay, you got this Dreamdeck. You're gonna use it on the ship.
Yeah, we're gonna head back to the ship.
We're back to the ship.
Yeah.
We got the Dreamdeck. I guess Nash, you're wearing it.
No. Fitch is gonna wear it.
Fitch is gonna wear it. All right.
Yeah,
I don't trust it.
I've been doing the virtual reality simulations for flying and shit, so I'm I'm already in that mindset.
All right. You don't understand a lot of what you're looking at. It's got a weird mental interface that you haven't really biofeedback trained for.
Okay.
So it's kind of like flipping through a television randomly, and you can't really control where the remote is going. Gotcha. You keep getting flashes of different dreams. A lot of it is looks like old memories, or her mother, school, when she was a kid, somebody pushing her down over and over. There's a theme in what seems like the more recent dreams when she's got an adult point of view. Her eyes are adult level off the ground, right? You come upon dream after dream. It seems like more and more lately, where there's a recurring theme. Something, either she becomes really big, and something comes inside of her, steals her heart, and leaves with it, or she's sick and something bursts out of her chest with her heart and runs off with it. And the dreams come in different flavors, but this theme of like this fear of like something breaking into her body and taking her heart,
or exploding outward and leaving with it,
over and over again. And make a psyche roll.
All right, I got 2 place to roll. I got a 6 and a 2.
Okay,
these are good dice.
Yeah, you have no problem experiencing this. You're tough as nails.
Nice.
These, you're quite sure, were felt to be real and very very real fears for her. She was. There's things related to the heart, worries about heart attacks, dreams of other people having heart attacks. So like she was obsessed on this. And these are the more recent dreams, like just the last few weeks.
Shit. All right. Can I stop my...
Oh, wait. There's one more. There's a dream.
Shit.
Where you stop it, you pause it.
All right.
She is sitting in the classroom. It must be at school. This must be modern because it looks like a modern college classroom. And you see the teacher, and it's Dr. Martez. She's standing in front of a big hologram of the human brain, pointing at it. But in the corner, you can see there's a big plate glass window. And out that plate glass window, you see the library building, the exact library building that the rectangle people came out of.
Oh, shit.
Now give me a brains roll.
All right. Well, that's good. 3, 5. Whoa, dude, that's crazy. You got to see this. That's crazy. Let me turn my camera on.
Okay, I couldn't really figure out what to give you for the and last time, but this is your third.
3 5s?
3 5s.
Okay, this is your third yes and. Okay, first off, you realize that campus you were on in that dream is actually a version of the actual real honest to God campus right here in town that Susie goes to school at.
Oh shit! So the one that where the big baby was from is a real campus.
Yep.
Oh fuck! So I'm like, oh dude, I'm like saying this while I'm going through this. So Nash is like right next to me chewing his nails.
Okay, and tell me something else you realize.
Oh, that's a good question. And this is deep here, especially with the library in the back of these. So, and while we were on our mission, I'm getting the sense that the holodeck, because Susie still had the holodeck even before our mission, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were live in one of her dreams.
Yeah.
At that time.
As a matter of fact, you see your tiny little selves way over on the other side of the library.
What the fuck? You hear me say that, Nash?
He's just like, fuck. He's like shaking his hands, like walking in a circle, like.
You can't walk too far in the ship, but you're like jumping up and down. See, can I stop this and relay some of this awesome eventful information?
Yeah, take the helmet off.
All right, I ripped the fucking helmet off. Like, this piece of shit. All right, this is fucked up. First of all, Susie's been having these dreams. Like, the holodeck kind of like sifted through all her memories and went through these dreams as when she was a child. But lately, they've been focusing on something that she's been obsessed with: heart attacks and hearts.
What?
Yeah. Like, something, she's in these dreams, she's either getting real large and something is going inside of her and ripping her heart out, man, or something is bursting out of her chest with her heart and fucking running off with it. So she's really obsessed with hearts, and specifically her own, and heart attacks. But get this, it gets even better. The latest.
How could that be better?
Well, it's in a matter of speaking. You're coming at look at it from my perspective. This is kind of cool, but at the same time fucked up. But here's the deal. Our mission, man, get this. Our mission, Susie was dreaming that while we were running the mission, dude, because I saw one of her last dreams. That school that we went to, that campus.
Yeah.
I saw Dr. Martinez talking and showing a picture hologram of a brain, and in the background was the library where we saw those square motherfuckers. And even worse, I still think it's cool, but I saw little figures of us.
What?
It was like, yeah, like we were in Susie's dream recovering this fucking data and shit. It's a weird, fucked up loop, man. I want to have you watch this, but you're gonna lose your fucking shit.
No, I can't. I'm not.
No, you just gotta trust me. This Dr. Martinez was teaching a class on that campus where we took the ship to get there and retrieve the information off the USB.
Well, all right. So she gave the Dreamdecks to all the students. Do you think that like collectively, do you think that their unconscious could be moving the campus to that other world?
Yes.
Or pulling that other world here or whatever? I don't know anything about that shit.
I think so. I think especially having to do with the metaphor of the heart. Something is either going there or coming out. Or both.
Well, do you think, is it possible that she's pregnant already? Like, you said she has some stuff coming in, stuff coming out, like...
Yeah, that's possible. Maybe that hormonally something's happening with these dreams, and I don't know. All I know is that's some fucked up shit, and we were in that dream. And how did that even... There's something deeper behind this, because somebody had to know this shit.
But how does that even happen? Like, is there some like weird time distortion shit? Like, how do we appear in someone else's dream? Like, it was real. Like, we went in the ship to the thing. We were there.
Well, that's the beauty of slip space, man. That is it. That's shit. There's dimensions, man. That's it. You never know where the fuck you're going or who you're going to run into.
Okay, so here, if you have slip dynamics, you can give me a brains roll and add slip dynamics.
I do. So I have slip dynamic, only one, but the brains is 3, so I add 3 and then add the 1.
Three dice, take the highest, add 1.
Okay. So I got a 5, a 3, and a 3, so I got a 6.
We're killing it.
I know, right?
Every time someone dreams, a bubble universe is created. Bubble universes are in fact fractal, which means that there's a bubble universe which encapsulates all that person's dreams in one gigantic world. And there are also, if you're like a famous artist or a person with a bizarre, almost schizoid mentality, dreams for like all of the stories by Edgar Allan Poe and dreams of the worlds of Edgar Allan Poe dreamed by other people who read those stories.
Holy shit.
These all form pocket universes of their own. Now, based on the multiple worlds interpretation of quantum physics, the idea that, you know, every possible world exists is not shocking. What's shocking is the connection between random dream world A and individual A right here on Earth. And somehow this Dreamdeck guy has managed to tap into that.
Wow. That's nobody should have that power.
No. What do you think he knows? Like, he must know, right? I mean, these things must amplify or connect or whatever.
I don't know if they know fully what they've got, but they've got to be on the track. We got to put a stop to this soon.
Yeah, well, I mean, fuck.
How far are you from Sacramento, California?
I don't know. I don't know. We never established a location.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
We're around the corner.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't.
Okay, because in fact it is not far from Bakersfield, which is not far from Diaspora Ranch.
Okay.
So whenever you take off from Diaspora Ranch, you're almost there. But
okay, so we're in California.
The question of where do you live has never been asked before.
Yeah.
I
imagine if we're that close to be able to access the ship like that we're in California, so we must be close.
Probably, or Nevada, or Utah, or Washington, or Oregon. That's, you know, you'd make it like a day drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although it wouldn't be a day drive. In fact, it would be like a 2-hour maglev train.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't.
All right.
The Musk Tube.
Yeah.
Hey boys, let's hop on the Musk Tube.
That's what she said.
Well, I would say probably like Northern California, right? I mean, knowing what I know about Fitch, and then, you know, Susie's personality, and, you know, she's going to school, you know, big Sunshine State kind of thing. It makes sense to me.
All right. So you're not far from California, and using the Musk Tube, you could probably be there in, 20, 30 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, what do we do? So we got to get her away from that machine.
Correct.
That's priority right now, and then we need to go bigger than there. But I got to get this situation under control, like ASAP.
Yes.
I
just want to like maybe not take the Dreamdeck away, but maybe sabotage it and say, "All right, we're going to get this fixed. We'll get you a new one." Just to.
Well, no, because she's responsible, right? Like, if we break it, I mean, because she got it through school and it's not really hers, so.
Correct.
I don't want to break it.
Well, not break it, but we could do something where we can easily fix it.
I don't know too much about that shit, though. I mean, I need to talk to her. Maybe. I mean, I could talk to Martez too. I mean, I don't know. Find out what. I mean, she kind of rambled, but she wasn't super specific. I mean, I guess she's working on something, with them, but I'm sure she probably doesn't know what's going on. I mean, she's probably just a useful tool.
That's possible, yes.
I mean, that's how corporations work.
Yeah, usually.
Shit. All right.
Always something.
We got to go to Susie's first.
Yeah, all right.
We've got to. I got to get hands on that Dreamdeck.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
All right. Now, was there any actual like? So was it just dreams that were on the thumb drive then? It wasn't like technical readouts or any kind of like.
No, just dream data.
Just dreams. Okay. All right. So then, as we're going back, I'm like, well, if the kids are uploading their dreams at the school, then why the fuck did we have to go there to go steal the dreams that the kids are already uploading at the school? Like, wouldn't he have access to all that stuff already anyway?
Maybe there's some kind of, there's got to be a connection somehow.
I wonder if
That's
what's in the dream world is different than what's here.
Probably. Maybe they needed someone to get. All right, so that begs the question, like, where's the genesis of this? Like, chicken or egg kind of thing happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did they dream it? Did they know about the dream, and then they needed information to make the dream more of a to access it? Is the smart Nez character like already operating within these dream worlds?
Bear in mind that when you were viewing the dreams, you had no understanding of how to work the interface, so it was skipping around forward and back. You actually don't know what order these were in. The only reason you can tell the more recent ones from the older ones is because her eyes are higher off the ground, or she's in a place that you recognize as a place where adults go.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll read that information to you. So yeah, so the dream, all the dream sequences are out of order, but yeah, there are some perspectives I deduced that were, they were newer, as it were, and especially seeing the library and the small versions of us.
Well, you said you were at the school.
Yeah. So you could tell that's where we were in the dream, so that had to be happening somehow while we were there. Now I don't know if that was contrived or that was inadvertent. Like you said, why did we need information? Like, is somehow the information that we got a culmination of all these student dream? I don't know, man. My brain fucking hurts, dude.
Well, but everything in there was strictly Susie. I mean, could you tell? Maybe. I mean, I guess. I mean, it could have been anybody's dreams, right?
It seemed like it was going through Susie's childhood and shit, man.
But so maybe. Well, this is even more fucked up. What if he's only going after her? Like, if all the data in there is her dreams, and she's the one that seems to be experiencing this side effect, if you want to call it that. Right? I mean, could she be a target? Like, how should she be a target? Like, she's a friggin' student. Like, what could they possibly want her for?
That's a good fucking question. Do you know anything about her back history?
I mean, she's young. She's in school. She switched majors to psychology, which now seems really fucked up.
We got to follow the trail, man. Who are her parents?
I never met him. I mean, I met her here.
I never met him.
Going to school.
Are they alive?
They're both alive. I think.
From what you know, Susie has been in this town for 2 years. She moved here to go to school, switched her major 1 year ago.
Okay.
And you probably have heard some stories of her past, but, how many details are really important? What do you remember? And how nothing seemed weird. She had a mom and a dad. She remembered, the hologram show that was her favorite, and her dad used to watch it together. Her favorite food that her mom used to cook. Nothing weird. Sounds like a normal upbringing.
Yeah, I mean, everything, for as much as I paid attention, I mean, everything seemed normal. I mean, everything was pretty chill. Like, nothing struck out as weird. Fuck, I like this less and less.
Yeah, this is, there's some shit going on here that we're not we don't have all the information, man.
Yeah, we don't even have a little bit.
Well, you do have one thing, says Tyro. You do have one thing.
Oh, what's that, Tyro? I mean, we have you. I know. I mean,
yeah.
No, you have the dream coordinates that were provided by Cordoba.
I don't think I could handle another trip back there.
We may have.
Fuck me.
I mean, it may be that going back there could accomplish something, but more of note is who provided you with the coordinates. It was Cordoba himself.
Right, through lithium.
Yep.
Should we call lithium?
Maybe we should talk to him. Maybe he's gone sour on us.
I don't. Well, I mean, he was.
Maybe he's just an unwitting dork, but it might be worth something to talk to him again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would do us wrong. I mean, he's probably not too happy with me,
You fucking punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
punched him in the jaw last time you saw him.
Yeah. Well, one of the things.
I think he may be able to talk by now, though.
Yeah, well, probably. It's like it's like Alcoholics Anonymous. It's like I have to go in there, have to apologize to him, right? Like maybe we can use that as a pretense. So I want to go in and apologize. I'll bring him a 6-pack or something, and no harm, no foul. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, basically, it's 21-17. You can bust a guy's jaw, and he goes to a doctor who applies a bone knitter. Based on his original DNA. It takes just a couple of hours. It costs 10-15 grand. So basically he's out 10-15 grand in a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you want to give him a call and, maybe we could set up a meeting, we'll start there and then we'll head over and we'll talk to Susie and find out like what we can about this Martinez. I mean, maybe we're on the tube. We can, we'll, look her up and see what we can find on the web, and maybe something will stick out weird. I'll look up her, you look up Cordoba. Let's break this up and see what we can find.
We'll do some background research, and then we'll do some footwork.
Okay, let's call these brain rolls. Y'all have any academic skills?
No,
skills.
No.
Forest survival. I don't think that's going to help.
I get the brains straight three die brains should be okay unless I roll 3 fucking 1s.
Well, I got double 5s.
All right, I got 5, a 4, and a 1.
So we're essentially, I guess, like smartphone searching or whatever the equivalent is now.
Yeah, we're probably just sitting there at the bar doing this shit.
Yeah, you could have like data visors, and you just sort of quietly speak to it, and it accesses the cloud.
Sure.
Because basically all databases are on the cloud now.
Okay.
Okay, here's what you learn. You learn that there was a story in Teletech just about 6 months ago. Somnambula Inc. is using new deep learning algorithms to search dream data. This is a massive experiment that's never been undertaken before. So they've actually developed a new form of deep learning AI to search billions of dreams. And the one of you who's researching Dr. Martez learns that the classroom on campus where Susie's dream in the window is exactly located in, if you look at a map of the campus, right where that window would be is right where that library would be.
All right.
That scene in Susie's dream came straight out of the real room and the real topography of the real campus.
Oh, shit. And we went.
Yeah. Well, check it out. we have the coordinates written down somewhere. I want to check it to the coordinates of the building, right? Like of the real world building. I want to see if those coordinates match up in some weird way, right? Like maybe it's the same, but like we're here and that's there, but like it's the same coordinates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Spatially, it make when you're saying spatially, maybe not temporally, but spatially, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's good. Give me a brains roll.
All right.
You don't really have any skills for this.
I don't. And I got double twos.
We're really unless we're piloting or blowing some shit up. It's not.
Yeah, these are big complex numbers. You never really understood how the slip dynamics coordinates are read. It's a multi-dimensional string with dividing characters, and meh.
Can I give it to Nash? I'll be like, fuck, I don't know what I'm looking at.
I do have. Well, my brain skill, and I do have slip dynamics of a +1.
Yeah, go ahead. You do that. This is a better role for you to be making.
Yeah, I'm like, this was my idea. Here.
Yeah, look at this. All right, see, 3 roll 3 brains. Oh shit, that's oh cool. I got a 5, a 4, and a 2, and a +1. So the highest is 6.
Yeah, there's clearly no connection.
Okay.
All that. Yeah, this is we got bupkis with this one.
All right. Well, I was just. I mean, who knows? You know, just grasping at straws here. Just hit me.
Yeah. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna go grab a quick drink. Hang on.
All right.
Quick break.
All right. Well, shit. Then I don't. So he just starts mumbling to himself. He's like, well, I don't, if they want her, maybe they don't want her. We got Martinez or Martez. Fuck, this is some crazy shit. And he's scratching his head, just like scrolling through, the web, seeing if there's anything. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna look up Susie and see if anything like weird comes up, stands out. Any kind of weird news story or, father was kidnapped or some weird friggin' thing.
Very good. I'm not even going to make you roll because whatever's publicly available is easily publicly available.
Okay.
No, nothing stands out that marks her as weird.
Okay. And that's good. He like lets out a breath he didn't know that he was holding.
She won a spelling bee in 6th grade. She was voted most popular in 9th grade. That kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, that makes him feel better. Yeah, I mean, he's at a loss. I mean, he's like way out of his element now, and he's just like, having come out of a fog of the last couple of weeks. This is like, frying pan to fire to nowhere to like, what the fuck is going on?
All right, next. I've returned.
Hey! I looked up Susie too real quick, and there's nothing, there's nothing weird,
All right, so she's clean.
I guess, yeah. I mean, publicly, anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, it'd be out there, man. It is the cloud. That shit.
Yeah.
The truth will out. Huh. All right, so.
What did Lithium say? Is he gonna get with us, or did you call him yet, or what are we doing?
I'm gonna call him now. So I got him on quick dial. I'm gonna call his ass up. What time of day is it? We're gonna wake him up or piss him off?
It is early afternoon, so he's probably just waking up. Hey man, how you been? Listen, I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. There's just not a lot of work for exactly your areas of expertise right now, but I'll let you know when I have. He's assuming you're looking for work.
Yeah. Hey, how's your jaw healing, man? No hard feelings, right?
You're not the one to be asking me that question.
God damn it. All right, anyway, I have some. Can you meet us at the bar? Me at the bar, anyway. It was about our last job. I have some questions. I got to talk to you in person.
I'm not really at liberty to divulge much. I'll tell you right now. I did sign an NDA, and these gentlemen are rather consistent employers.
I completely understand that. These may be fairly innocuous. Let's put it this way: we'll find out. There may be some questions that you may be able to answer when we tell you the context of what we've come up with.
Well, you do intrigue. I'll be there in half an hour.
Thank you. As always, appreciate it.
What'd he say?
At first, he was kind of hemming and hawing. I asked him about his jaw, and he was having none of it. So you may want to, I don't know, just be extra nice to him. Buy the first couple rounds. I don't know. Maybe let him hit you. I don't know. He said that he's kind of intrigued with what I was telling him, so he's going to come down and. Yeah, he did sign. Remember, he signed the disclosure, so he's going to be very adamant about not giving away certain things. But maybe in the context of what we tell him, he may give us some information, kind of like maybe nods of the head, yes or no, binary answers that we can kind of like read between the lines. If you know what I'm saying.
All right, that's fair.
We zoom through the next half hour. Here comes the man. He's wearing a new suit, and he's just had his Liberty Spike retouched.
What's up, brother? Have a seat. You drinking?
Certainly, it helps numb the pain.
Damn.
I'll have been at the bar because I want him to actually come in and sit down as opposed to see me and just turn around and walk out.
All right.
So when he comes in and he sits down, I'll look to Fitch for a signal that everything is cool, and then I will come back to the table with 3 beers or whatever I know he would normally drink.
All right. So, come on, sit down. I just
please sit over there. He's pointing across the table from him.
All right.
He doesn't want you sitting close to him.
There you go. Hey, sit over here. All right, now, everything that I have to relate, I can't do it on my own. I need an extra storyteller. You smell what I'm cooking?
I do, but listen, even telling you the man's name was stepping over the line.
You don't have to tell me anyone's name right now. It's just bear with me, okay?
All right.
So
what do you got?
I can invite another person into the fold here, into this confidence. Are you okay with that?
Who? What sort of person?
You know the person. Let's put it that way.
Are you talking about Nash?
It's possible. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
All right. I know. It still hurts. It still smarts. I get you, but I'm trying to be delicate with this and be respectful. And I wave over Nash.
All right. So he grabs the beers. He saunters over to the table. He kind of stands. So if they're north south, he'll kind of like northeast to kind of like keep some distance. Put the beers down on the table. He'll slide one over to Lithium. He say, "It's been a little while. I just want to let you know that it wasn't you. It was me. Last mission was sour, to say the least.
A lot of strain.
I look. I'm sorry. It's completely my fault. I didn't mean it. I wasn't in my right headspace at the time."
Yeah, and Nash is going to let you take a shot at him.
And he just like turns around and looks at you.
Okay. Lithium sits back and he smiles slightly. He says, "Well, I'll take a shot at him, but I do it the civilized way."
I mouth behind Lithium to Nash. I'm sorry, buddy.
He pulls something out of his pocket, and it's his PDA. He presses a couple buttons on it, or virtual buttons on it, and then he makes a swiping move over to you. Your PDA has just picked up the bill for his reconstructive surgery. It was 12 grand.
Holy fuck balls.
So he pulls it out and he looks down at it and he kind of winces a little bit, and then he shuts it and he sticks it in his pocket and he goes, that's fair.
Nice. Hold on.
Yeah. You got me out of my beauty regime, so let's hear it.
All right.
Even where to start. So it all relates to that mission, but and I don't know how much you can say, but look, there's something, and I kind of like lean in a little bit closer, and I'm like, there's something with those dream decks, right? I don't know if it's all of them. I'm not sure what's going on, but look, my girlfriend's got one, and something is fucked up. It's not right. Like she's different. That's all I'm gonna say. She's different. The personality's different. She's wan. She's pale. Like I'll just say that we know that when she dreamed the thing, we were in the dream on the mission. That's all I'm going to say.
Stop. You're saying that the coordinates my client provided were the coordinates of your girlfriend's present dream?
Yeah.
Do I
At
understand
least one of them. Yeah, for sure. Now, I mean, I don't know what you know about this guy. I mean, we looked up a little bit of shit that we could find online. We know that he's got this huge dream AI thing and this huge database. But, I mean, why would he want my girlfriend? I mean, this is not like...
Okay, look, I can't tell you what the man is up to. And even if I knew, I couldn't tell you what the man is up to. Do you understand me?
I understood.
But I will tell you that this is not the only mission he has moved through me and my crew, and I am not the only fixer he knows. Lately, there have been a series of shots at different dream worlds run by the same client. Every fixer in town has got work.
I wonder if it's all the students from everybody that fucking Martez is teaching. Right? I mean, she's got 100 kids in that one class.
I can answer negative to that. It is this school is not the center of activity.
But what the fuck does that mean?
Just a distribution node. Listen, sensors are scattered through the atmosphere to gather data. They gather data on weather conditions, traffic conditions, human traffic, etc. Most of the time, this data is not important. Yes?
Yeah.
When certain patterns show up, the AI is capable of seeing what a human could never see. This is deep learning. I'm afraid I've said all I can say. No, I will give you this. Based on the sequence of events, my client knew where to send you before it happened. And now I'm finishing my drink and out of here. What you do with all this meeting didn't happen.
Fair enough. Shit, man.
He downs the drink quickly and off he goes.
Nash just looks at his back as he leaves because like things are piling on things, and it's like,
okay, you remember that newspaper article? Cordova has a new deep learning AI system to search dream data.
Mm-hmm.
Lithium just confirmed that the AI found a match.
We need to go talk to somebody.
If you think about it, the scales that he was talking about, Lithium just confirmed that every dream deck is somehow sending back data. And he is looking for some kind of match that's got something to do with slip space. Well, he happened to find one, and it happened to be Susie.
All right, we need...
can we even stop this now? Like, even if we were clearly going to take the dream deck, but fuck, maybe it's too late. But what the hell would she have to do with? It's just like it doesn't make any sense. She's just like an average person.
Maybe somehow, whatever her dreams, something synced up. Yeah, I'm at a loss here, man. This is some supremely fucked up shit. I wonder if we need help on this.
Okay, brain rolls from both of you guys.
All right.
You know what? Wait. I'm going to call this psyche rolls from both of you guys.
All right. 4 and a 1.
Somebody give me a 6.
6 and a 5.
Right. You were the tiny things that broke into her body and stole her heart.
What the fuck?
He's just like, fuck. Fuck. Remember the baby was there and the whole thing?
Yeah, the big fucking baby.
We're the ones that broke in and fucking ripped her heart out. Like, that's...
Oh, metaphor, yeah.
3 of us.
That's kind of cool, though, when you think. I mean, from an outsider's point of view.
This is a lot more real than outsider's point of view at this moment.
I know. I'm sorry. You know how my mind...
Yeah.
Fitch is so dissociative, and it just works.
Fuck. Well, but now what? I mean, did we break her?
I don't know, man. It's your girlfriend. What do you think? You know her better than I do.
I don't know. I was never all that connected in the first place.
Maybe this is a good way to cut your losses, man.
No.
Oh, he's practical, isn't he?
Totally.
Look, we've got to get this shit figured out. And
all right. We need.
All right. But look. All right. So let's narrow it down. So if he's looking for a match, and maybe he's looking for more than one, we don't know. But he found at least one match in Susie, so we know that for sure.
Yeah.
So the other dream decks, while maybe super fucking creepy, might not matter so much right at the moment, unless he's looking for multiple matches for whatever weird thing he's doing.
That makes sense.
According to Lithium, the dream decks are functioning as sensors. That is, they gather information
So they're not, okay.
and send it through a gateway.
Right. But then that's being analyzed by the AI.
Right.
To try to find it.
Are there multiple gateways, we know, or just one?
Sonambula Inc. has a interest in several telecom companies, so there are satellites and cellular networks that he is invested in.
Gotcha. All right. So there's not one point. All right. So it's a network.
All right. First things first. That deck's got to go. We got to get over to Susie's. We got to make that thing disappear.
Yeah, we do. Drop that shit in the toilet.
Again, we can't break it. We've got to give it back, or hide it, or talk to her about it. Something. I don't know.
Well, I'll be guided by you, man. It's your woman.
All right. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's head over there.
All right. So you show up at Susie's place. You ring the doorbell a couple times. Do you just walk in?
Wait, you don't have the key, man? What the fuck?
Hey, I grab the key under the mat. I don't know because she usually comes over my place.
True, she does.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, he'll check the door frame for a key. He'll look under the mat. He looks for that weird plastic stone in the shrubs. She's trusting enough that she'd probably leave a key out somewhere.
No, but Fitch tries the door. It's open.
Look, man, this door fucking opens up.
Well, fuck. All right. Make me look stupid.
Wow.
She's sitting on the couch in the living room when you walk in. She looks half dressed. Looks like she's probably been sitting here for many hours, just sort of zoned out in front of the big screen holographic TV she's got. She looks kind of wasted.
Holy shit, dude. Is this normal? Normal.
No, absolutely not.
You have never known her to express any interest in drugs of any kind.
That's what I thought.
So he takes a couple tentative steps forward. He's like, Susie? like waves his hand in front of her face. Babe, are you here?
At the word babe, her eyes snap up at you.
Mm.
Ooh, and he kind of like, shit.
Don't honey me.
She says, "Who are you?"
Fuck balls.
Susie, it's me.
This is the mattress police.
It's Jack. Are you okay?
You come to take me to school?
Yeah. Just go with it, dude.
Yeah,
I had to go to work early. I wasn't sure how I was going to get to school.
Yeah, well, let's get the rest of your things and
I'm gonna get dressed and yeah.
Okay,
Are
she gets up and bumbles around, and she's acting like a little kid. She grabs an orange and a banana and shoves them in a bag.
Oh shit, dude! This is a dream. I saw this shit in a dream.
She's got 2 different socks on.
The Dreamdeck.
I will.
She doesn't remember who you are, and she's not sure where she is.
So he will tentatively, like, put his hand on her shoulder and try to like steer her towards the bedroom and like put actual clothes on. If she doesn't like completely freak out.
She's actually kind of just submissive and lost, A, childish, and B, honestly confused.
Okay. I'm like, hey, let's let's get you dressed and get you ready to go. You don't want to be late.
She looks up. I have a report due, and all of a sudden she's speaking in a more adult voice.
What? Your latest class is your report, right?
I have a report. What day is it?
It's Thursday.
What are you doing here?
I was concerned. I wanted to come over and check up on you. Fitch was with me. We were close by, so.
All right, snapped at Fitch.
I wave.
What are you doing here?
You tell me.
He's maybe go away in the kitchen. Just
right. I go off into the kitchen. I'm gonna make myself a sandwich.
I'm hungry.
Staring out the door that Fitch just departed through, and just keeps staring, and the focus sort of falls from her face, and she's zoned out again.
Fuck. Fitch, come here again real quick.
I'm not done. All right. I come out. I got lunch meat in my hand.
Call Susie. Just say her name.
Susie, is this lunch meat fresh?
She looks directly at you for a minute. She looks really angry. Then she looks back at Nash and she says, "What did you bring him here for? You know I don't like that friend of yours."
We were together. I was concerned. He was with me. I figured it'd be okay.
I'm really half dressed. Get out of my bedroom.
Yeah.
That was a Fitch.
I'm not in your bedroom. I'm in the. All right. I'm gonna make the sandwich now. Sandwich. You have fun. Sandwich. Bye.
I'm watching her intently as Fitch goes back around the corner.
The anger starts to fade, and then she starts to zone out again.
When she starts to zone, I like snap my fingers. I'm like, hey, stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
She looks at you. She says, "Jack?"
Yeah, it's me. Do you remember?
Where are we?
We're at your place. Do you feel okay?
She's looking around like she doesn't recognize this place.
Do you remember anything? At all?
She remembers it. Her voice becomes childish, and she says she remembers that today is her birthday, and she's really hoping she gets a hover bike because most of her friends have one, and her mom says she's not old enough for it, but she knows she's old enough for it, and she hopes that her dad will get her one.
Hey, this bread is stale.
Does she react or no?
She's in some. She thinks she's in her childhood home, and you're some friend of hers, and she's talking about what she wants for her birthday.
Fuck. So I lead her back to the couch and I sit her down. I'm like, you stay here. I'll be right back. And then
she's completely docile.
Yeah. So he gets over in the kitchen. He's like, she fucking hates you. I didn't realize how much she hated you, but she fucking hates you.
I told you she did.
Well, but look, I don't like you come out. She gets mad and she comes back, and then you leave, and then she's fucking gone again. I don't like.
Well, maybe I should come back and give her some shit. Wake her up a little bit. Maybe some anger is what needed to pull her out of this. Not for nothing. Anger is a strong emotion. It's a good tool. I tell you this.
All right, look. She's not going to notice. Let me go grab the deck. Let's put it in a fucking bag or whatever. We'll stick it by the front door. We're going to get it unplugged, disconnected. Let's see if that, has any bearing on anything here.
All right. This fucking bread's stale. Throws it on the counter.
I don't care about the bread. Who cares about the bread? She's probably been in a fucking half coma for like a week.
Dude, I'm fucking hungry. We haven't eaten all fucking day. And
you should have got something at the bar.
I'm fucking dealing with lithium, his fucking pain in the ass. I'm tired of that guy. I'll tell you now.
Well, I mean, he helped us as much as he could, I guess. I mean.
Yeah, and he just sent he's supposed to punch you in the face, and he just sent you a bill for $12,000.
You guys have nice skin, though.
He's that metrosexual retard. All
right, so I go in the bedroom. I look for the deck. I'm assuming it's like right on the end table or whatever, right next to the bed.
It is.
Okay, I unplug it.
Vibrators.
Yeah, I don't like smash it or anything, but I unplug it. I take like a pillowcase and stuff it in there.
Yeah, actually, the box is right below it in the dresser.
All right, I will
in the cabinet.
I will get it back into the box as best I can because nothing ever goes back in the box like it's supposed to.
Right.
So like the cord is like half sticking out. The box is like all fucked up,
all crumpled and shit.
Yeah. So I'll stick it by the back door. As I come through, is there any change once it's unplugged or no?
She's drifting in and out.
Okay. I assume there probably
she recognizes you half the time, and half the time she doesn't. And half of the time that she doesn't, she seems to be in some distant dream or memory.
I'll tell you, man, this dream stuff she's gone through seems like she's what I saw on the Dreamdeck on the copies. It's really weird.
All right. I will put a robe on her or finish clothing her. So like when Fitch comes in, that's like one less thing to be angry about.
Right.
And then all right, come back in here. Let's see if we can't fucking work through this, or maybe we can at least keep her, cognizant for long enough to try to find out what's going on.
I got something to rile her up. I go in and get the stale bread.
Look, you don't got to get her riled up. You just have to be here. She already doesn't like you. Don't make it worse. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
All right, but take it easy, man. I got to eat stale bread while you're fucking around with this shit. All right, let's do this. I'm going to just stand there looking.
Okay, here's how this goes for the next 15 minutes.
Nice.
When she recognizes Fitch, her face gets angry. She comes into focus. She says something to Nash, usually about
my bad
that guy is a bad influence. Why do you hang out with things that only make your symptoms worse?
Hey now.
Because it reminds him of the war and all that. She just really doesn't like you. She thinks you represent all the worst parts of Nash's life, and she is no holds barred saying it to him like you're not even fucking right there in the room.
Gotcha. But I'm nodding like, oh, okay, fair enough.
But that only goes on for a minute or two, and then she trails off in the middle of a sentence, says something that makes no sense at all, and then she's somewhere else. And then that trails off, and she's just quiet, looking around, kind of confused.
If I If I walk over into her field of focus, does that set her off again, or
it's not that it's not that much of a hair trigger.
gotcha?
In fact,
Okay.
you get the feeling that over the next 15 minutes, she kind of gets acclimated to your presence in the room. You're not getting the immediate response you did originally.
Gotcha. All right.
And you know, even you, Nash, she only remembers that you're Jack like half the time.
Mm-hmm. All right, he's he sits down. He's kind of like leaning on his arms, elbows on his knees, kind of like bent over on the couch. He's like, we can't leave her here.
Well,
somebody's got to watch her. Like, who knows what the fuck is going to happen? Like, we've got the Dreamdeck that didn't make a difference.
well, does she have any friends? I mean, her family's not here, but does she have any friends we could rely on?
I mean, she's got her own place. I'm sure there's people she talks to in school. I mean, that.
Well, that's not.
No, I know there's this one girl we went out for drinks with. What the hell is her name? Was
Yeah,
Marcy.
you can think of somebody.
Yeah, like
Marcy?
No, I think her name was Sarah, wasn't it?
I thought it was Dude, don't ask me. They all blend. All the names blend together.
I don't remember. I don't know if she came with a boyfriend, a girlfriend. Shit, we went like fucked up that night.
That's true. We were a little crazy. I thought it was Marcy, man. She came with that other hot chick.
I know, could have been.
She had the short skirt and the weird belt.
Dude, look through her phone.
Yeah, I would either look through her phone. Probably, she probably doesn't have like a physical address book anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start scrolling through till I see either Marcy or Sarah.
It's Marcy, and Marcy says yes. And I guess what you're going to tell her that Susie's drunk? What?
I guess maybe. What do you think, Nash? Like sort of a nervous breakdown?
I don't. Yeah, stress from finals, maybe. I mean, should we take her to the hospital? I mean, I don't
think that's a good idea.
Well, but I mean, Marcy's going to figure out sooner than later that she's not just drunk. I mean,
well, Marcy just needs to do what we tell her to.
Well, I mean, she's going to do what she does.
Well, that's what we tell her in this instance, and she's going to have to go along with that before she even finds out what's going on. Promise her to secrecy. Promise her to do this for us. We got to get.
Yeah, but her state of mind is changing from minute to minute.
Yeah, this is not like a normal fucking deal here.
Okay. You guys, you do know one place where you could restrain her. In the jump net in the ship.
That's true, but then if we go somewhere, we got to bring her with us.
Well, but still we got to have eyes on her. Like, she's got to eat, she's got to go to the bathroom, and we can't just leave her in the ship.
We got a babysitter?
Well, what are we supposed to do? I mean, she's fucked up.
I don't know, man. This is out of my purview.
Yeah, you and me both.
Well, you're dating her. I'm not.
What I know is Marcy in her psychology class?
No, she's not.
Okay.
Some other class.
All right. So she's not in her class. I don't know who's in her class. Because if she was in her class, we could call her and ask her, let's just talk to her and see if she's, not really here. If she even answers the phone, I don't know. But
Well, there is a class today because she does actually have a report due today. That was contemporary information. So, in a couple hours, you could just go down to the school. All the students will be there.
Why don't we show up to the class?
Are we just going to leave her here?
Bring her with us.
All right. I mean, at least we keep an eye on her then.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be with us here. If we have to go anywhere on the ship, we can always stuff her in a shipping container on the airfield.
Clearly not going to do that.
Wind up on half the other side of the world. That'll be our next mission.
Yeah. Well, let me. All right. I mean, she's dressed. I'll grab her purse and let's go over to the school. We'll sit in on a session, I guess. Sit in the class. We'll just sit in the back.
Confront that Cordoba Mendoza, whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Okay, so it's Dr. Marova Martez. She is the psych professor.
That's right.
And then it's Ingwe Cordoba.
Cordoba is
the CEO.
That's right. We can't get to the CEO, but we can get to Martinez.
Well, you actually do know the address of the corporate headquarters.
That's true, too.
On the box.
That's right.
Well, let's call that like a plan C for now.
Okay, so we're going to the school.
Going to school.
And you have to wait an hour or two before the class starts to form. And there's a line of students who are there. The doctor's not here yet. But if you wanted to talk to any students, you do have a chance to do it.
Does anyone just like, because we would sort of like keep her to the side, as long as she wasn't like actively being, loud and obnoxious, crazy yelling at Fitch. Does anybody like just come up to us while we're there? Like anybody, oh, we didn't see you in class last time, or oh, did you get your report finished, or anything like that?
Well, you're lucky she's not acting really weird.
Okay, that's a plus.
And most people have got their heads down, making final adjustments to the reports they're handing in today.
Okay.
Now you do notice that nobody looks like a spaced out zombie.
Okay.
There's that.
Good information.
That's good.
All right. So, as we're watching people come in, we'll grab a seat in the back and, kind of looking around. I just lean over to Fitch and I'm like, everybody looks normal. So whatever he was talking about with a match, so far, small problem, big problem for me, but small problem for the world, I guess, right now.
At the moment.
Okay. About 20 minutes later, the doctor shows up. She recognizes you, Nash, right away.
Mm-hmm.
She smiles and comes over, and I don't believe we had an appointment today. Is there something I can help you with?
No, I was interested in the classes that Susie's taken, and I know we'd had a session, and I thought it might be beneficial for me to kind of come in and sort of see what's going on, and Susie didn't, she was a little off today, so I just want to make sure she got to school okay, and we met with my buddy, Fitch. He was out and about, and
what's up, Fitch?
Kind of tagging along with us.
Just then, Susie says, Dr. Martez, I'm afraid I haven't finished my report. I need to go. I need to go to the library. I can do it.
And Nash just kind of like turns.
Dr. Martez kind of smiles. I'm afraid it's a little late, dear. You understand how deadlines work. You'll be able to make it up, but you'll have to take a mark down. Well, Susie is just really shattered at this. Because ordinarily, this would be something she would have finished days ago. So obviously, she's been in this condition for days.
Yeah.
Dr. Martez is giving you a quizzling sort of look, right? That's the wrong word.
Quizzical?
Quizzical look.
To me, or?
No, to Nash. Is she all right?
I'm not sure. We
sort of faded out now.
Yeah, I don't know if she's not getting enough sleep, if she, stressed over the report, or I'm not, that's what I just wanted to come make sure, we're just I'm kind of tagging around with her today. And
all right, I'll tell you what, you take her home and make sure she gets some rest. Have her sleep off of whatever she's under the effects of. I will give her one more day.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Okay. I will let her know. Can I meet with you later? I know we don't have an appointment today, but is there any way we could get together a little bit later?
Your class is over in 90 minutes, and then I'll be in my office for another 90 minutes. You can there.
All right. Would I know if I could get her home, or maybe take her to the library just to and have Fitch keep an eye on her. I don't know how much time we have.
She pretty much goes where you put her. The question is, would she wander off?
Can we put her in a classroom and just sit her down and I'll watch the door? She's not going to stay with me if she gets loose.
Well, all the students are going into the classroom right now.
How about like a janitor's closet, man? I'm not picky.
Well, we can't stay here. I mean, she's telling, you mean...
You got to talk to...
Look, I mean, maybe both... I mean, I don't know. This is untrod ground here. I mean, we're just trying to feel this shit out. I mean, I guess if we could get her home and get back in time, we'd take her home and then come back, and then Fitch could come in with me. Because I'm going to confront her about what's going on.
Or the Dreamdeck.
Yeah. So I don't know what our time situation is. Would we have enough time to get her home and then come back?
We have to assume you're not far. I mean, there's public transportation. There's, maglev trains. You're somewhere in Northern California. I mean, 20 minutes from, San Jose to, Sacramento.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'd do that then. I would take her home, lock the door, leave some of the stale bread, make her a sandwich, and fucking leave it on the table.
Told you that bread was stale.
Yeah, and then we'd go back and wait for Martez to get in her office.
Okay. Well, time goes by. Martez approaches her office door. You guys are already there waiting. All right. What's this about, gentlemen?
Well, you got
that's what we want to know. I'm hoping that you can maybe clue us in to what's going on.
If you have a question, ask it.
Can we go in your office?
Certainly. She opens the door, lets you guys in.
Okay. Well, we'll sit. So look, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you, taking me as a patient. Susie's been after me for a while to, kind of get some things in order. I've had a little bit of a rough go, but that's not why we're here. Something seems to be going on with the Dreamdecks that you're providing, I think, and I'm pretty sure that's what has Susie in this state. She's not on anything. She's not like that. I've never known for her to be like that.
Well, the Dreamdecks are, of course, tested, regulated, and totally safe. I mean, they're in use by hundreds of thousands of people.
I snort laughter.
I'm sure that's. Oh, this is my buddy Fitch. We served together in the army.
What's up, Toots?
You're not in the army now.
Well, let me tell you, lady.
I fucking elbow you real hard in the ribs.
What?
Just constructive. This is not helpful.
Listen, obviously she's under the influence of something, and it's not really my position to inquire. But if you can get her home and get her report finished, I'll give her another day, and that's more than I grant most of my students.
That's very generous.
She is a useful contributor to our data retrieval program, and so I want to make sure that she's in the best of health. However, I do assure you that the Dreamdecks are 100% safe.
So what?
Sorry.
What are you studying exactly with the Dreamdecks? I know you're providing them to all the students. What can you give me some information? Maybe I can understand this a little better.
Well, psychology is the study of the human mind and the way that it operates. The human mind, and I don't have time to take you through an introductory course now, but suffice it to say, the human mind comprises both conscious, unconscious elements. Those unconscious elements are nevertheless part of the core persona cluster formed by the subjective ego of each individual. by identifying core clusters as they appear across vast samples of human dreams. We can then correlate these with individuals' behavior and perhaps heal some people of mental states which we previously thought were untreatable.
And your
The
clusters
more
are
we know
fucked up.
about the human mind, the more we can do with that knowledge. And today's computers are capable of looking through vast amounts of data in incredibly short periods of time. And therefore, by using the dream data, we're able to take a closer look inside the contents of the human mind than ever before. We have no idea yet what sort of neuroscientific breakthroughs will come from this research. But Susie is proudly contributing, as are hundreds of thousands of other people around the world.
This shit ain't working.
Well,
I assure you, it's working quite well.
You're telling me?
how does even a tenured psychology professor work out a deal to receive so many dream decks to provide to the students? What do you know about?
Not really a question you would ask, because everything's privatized and schools are basically run by corporations.
Oh, okay. So I would know that they would already have a hook in.
Yeah, the corporations are stakeholders in the schools.
Gotcha.
And they directly train.
How convenient.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the market will decide.
Yeah. Okay.
Say no more.
Have you, in your research so far, have you ever come across any strange side effects? Have there ever been, any problems with the dream decks themselves?
You can find this data online. There have been massive batteries of tests that, as I'm sure you can imagine, any such technology undergoes. They are as safe or safer than the neural meshes used by AI crane operators. I mean, they're not invasive. They're purely sensors. They're not anything active. They're purely receptive.
I just lean into Nash. Look, this bitch doesn't know anything, man. She's throwing us all. She knew nothing. Either she's following the script to a T, or she really doesn't know anything.
Now, your friend is an idiot, but he's right.
So at that, Nash will laugh.
I just give her a smirk.
You'd be surprised how often I hear that.
It's my ass.
One final question. Who has access to the dream records? You obviously have access yourselves in your position as faculty here. Is there a collective?
Those records are encrypted and sent directly to Somnambula Inc. They never touch anyone else's hands.
So even you don't know what's on in the dream records then?
Oh, I have copies of my own students, which I use for my own research, but I don't have access to the kind of deep learning facilities that Somnambula can throw at this problem.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time, and I apologize for my friend's behavior. You've been more than helpful.
I assure you, the dream decks are totally safe. I use them myself in my own practice.
Apparently, never mind.
All right. He gets up and walks out, assuming Fitch is going to follow.
Have a good day, Toots.
He just glares at you on your way out the door.
That's right. I don't slam the door. I shut it firmly. All right, that was a complete waste of time.
Well, but I don't think she knows anything, and that in and of itself is useful information.
Well, I said that in there, but overall, it nothing. So everything is a sensor, but Susie's.
Well, but I think hers is a sensor as well. I mean, it's capturing her dreams or her feelings or whatever.
Is someone trying to get at you, man?
I don't fucking want to go after me.
I don't know. You're the one with all the fucked up shit now. The only link to Susie now is you and us when we had this mission. No one cares about me, and I'm fine with that.
I mean, I don't. I mean, who knows? I mean, right? I mean, as connected as everything is, maybe some fucking guy got pissed off, or some shit happened in the army, and shit rolls downhill. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, we can't go after Cordova. I mean, I don't know why she's being singled out. Like it's very specific. I mean, if they wanted me, why wouldn't they just go after me?
Well, the fact that this woman, look at it this way. I can be a dumbass, and you guys point that out, but I tell you right now, my gut's telling me something's odd because look at it on the surface, man. I'm telling you, Susie's teacher, who happens to be your fucking doctor, and now this is all fucked up, and we went on a mission, and I saw all of us in the mission in Susie's dream, and the doctor showing some brains and shit. This is all this triumvirate. There's something going on here. It's my gut, man. I'm telling you. For once, I have nothing to do with it, and I'm proud of that, and I'm glad of that, but I want to help. You're my brother, man, but something's going on here. Do you know anything you can think of that could shed some light on this now, knowing that I'm pointing this out to you now?
I mean,
you're part of the common denominator.
It seems that way, right? Look, we'll go back to my place.
Pilot.
Look, we'll go back to my place. You fucking tie me down to the bed, I'm going to use that fucking Dreamdeck.
Wow. All right. Whoa. Do I get breakfast later?
I mean, if it's me, right? I mean, because they gave you one, they gave me one, they gave Chip one.
I didn't use it. Except
I didn't. I threw mine the fuck away. But maybe they're trying to get at me through her because I wouldn't use it. I mean, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, well, you could try mine. I mean, I'll restrain you.
Just in case. I mean, you know what happened last time.
I came over here to beat your ass in case something happens.
No, I'm already on fucking 12 grand.
We could try that.
I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Okay, so it's back to Nash's place?
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing some weird shit.
All right, you guys probably grabbed some food along the way, and then it's time for Nash to take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He checks on the cat. He gives him some food. He rubs his belly a little bit. He's kind of, hesitant to even start this thing. So he's like delaying, dragging his feet a little bit.
I'm taking a few drinks of alcohol.
All right, you know where I keep the hard stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's just zoom ahead a little bit. You wait for a couple hours. Nash is asleep. He's got the Dreamdeck on. You see little lights flashing, which indicates he's in dream state.
Yeah.
And that goes on for a few minutes, and then it stops. And now he's just laying there sleeping. So it looks like he's been through dream state once, and it taped something.
All right. I'm going to remove the Dreamdeck. I'll let him sleep for a few minutes to have at least enough to get a few stages into sleep. Let him at least be refreshed. So I'll wait about 15 minutes after the Dreamdeck shuts off, remove it, and then wake his ass up.
Okay.
I'll leave him restrained, though, after I wake him up.
I forget that I'm restrained, so he takes the deck off. He kind of like pokes me to wake me up, and I go to try to get up, and I'm like, ugh, what the fuck? And then he starts to struggle, and then he's like, oh.
Calm down. Calm down.
Right. I got it.
Calm down.
Did I say anything? Did anything happen?
No, man, you just passed the fuck out, and it recorded something.
All right.
Take a look at it. Want me to take a look at it?
Ooh. Maybe I should, if it's...
Yeah, I don't need to see any of this. Never mind. On second thought.
Yeah. Let me... Yeah.
Seeing you naked is the last thing I need to see.
So
okay, so you put the helmet on. You play back the dream. It's a weird feeling of deja vu because, like, as you're watching it, you remember it from the first time at the same time as you're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
So that feels really interesting. However, it's the most boring fucking dream in the world. You're at the supermarket. You're trying to decide on what brand of breakfast cereal to get, and there's so many brands. That's pretty much the dream.
Nice.
So he sits there, like it stops playing, and he sits there for another minute or two.
What happened?
He takes the helmet off. He's like, "I'm fucking buying cereal."
Cereal? There are a lot of choices.
I know, right? Like there was a million choices in the dream.
Ooh, cat attack.
Yeah.
So what did you buy?
I don't know. I didn't buy anything. I just was stunned by all the choices and pondering, and that's how it ended.
Bought eye holes. Keep your hands off my eye holes.
That's right. They still make Cocoa Pebbles?
Probably.
They last forever.
All right. Well, so that was less than constructive.
That was you're even more boring in your dream than you are in your real life.
Well, there's something to be said for that, I guess.
That's true.
Fuck. All right.
Susie likes this?
Yeah. I mean, look at me.
How could she not?
Fitch, you have a message on your PDA.
All right, hang on a second. Something's coming through the PDA. I checked the PDA.
Okay, it's a text from Lithium.
Oh, God. I got a text from Ponyhead.
Well, all right. What does he say?
He says,
I don't know. Let me read it.
He says, you have about 1 minute to get out alone. That's it.
Son of a bitch.
What?
He's still restrained, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not unrestraining him. Does Fitch, where's your revolver?
Fuck you mean the gun's in the closet? What do you need? Hey, let me out. What the fuck is that about?
Hang on. Something's going down. I'm going to protect both of us. I'm going to go grab the revolver.
All right.
No.
Just grab the revolver when you hear the front door being kicked in. Two guys in black suits come charging in, shouting, on the floor, on the floor. They're holding semi-automatics.
I shoot them both now.
All right. So it's time to break into action frames right now. These work like panels in a cartoon. So you tell me what you're doing. Simultaneously, I tell you what the enemy's doing, and we roll, and the dice will tell us what really happened.
All right.
Okay. So
I am struggling.
we're trying to spray fire over your heads to make you get down on the floor.
All right. I'm crouching and moving toward keeping a low profile, moving back towards Nash, and with one hand I'm going to try to unlock while still keeping a trained gun on these two men in black, but I'm not giving up the gun.
And I'm going to say you have about 50% cover right now where you're at.
All right.
You're behind a cabinet or something.
Let me untie me, fuckhead.
I'm not telling you.
And Nash, there's not really much you can do. So, okay, so all you're doing is watching and waiting, or are you taking a shot?
Untie me.
I'm gonna untie Nash.
Okay, these guys then they're spraying the wall with bullets and they're shouting on the floor now.
I can't get him on the floor until I untie him. Hang on, you fuck.
The one guy comes up to you, grabs you by the shoulder, pushes you to the floor. Now,
very quickly, do I know anything about these fuckers at all? Do I get a sense that I might know them, that they're official? Because if they're not official, I'm going to plug them.
They are not wearing uniforms. They're wearing suits. They are fucking buff. They are probably private security.
All right. The guy that just grabbed me by the shoulder doesn't realize it, but I'm gonna jam the gun up in his midriff and fire. I'm self-defense. Fuck this guy.
Okay, this is a grace roll. You can add your firearm skill, and he's not really he's not fighting. He's pushing you down simultaneously while this is going on.
Well, the fact that they shot.
Go ahead.
Let me just roll things. They shot above us on the floor. Breaking and entering, private security. Fuck this guy. I don't have firearms, but I'm just letting off with a shot.
Okay, he's trying to push you down to the floor, and if he rolls higher than you, then he's going to fuck up your shot.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is a grace roll for you. It's a might roll for me, and may the best man win.
I'm just rolling a 6-sider, right?
You're rolling however many 6-sideds your grace is.
Oh, grace, sorry. Grace is, 4. Cool.
Okay, and you're taking the best one.
All right.
And I got a +1 from fighting skill, so my total is 4.
I got a 3, a 5, a 2, and a 2.
You just beat me, so I'm on my way toward pushing you to the ground, but before I do that, you get your shot off, and I am fucking hit.
Nice. Boom! Dick. I told you not to touch me.
All right, the guy goes flying backwards and lands on his butt at the foot of the bed. It's time for a new round. The other guy is going to turn toward you and fire. What are you doing?
I'm going to tuck and roll and dive behind the bed. So as I get behind the bed, I can attempt to untie Nash on that side of his hand. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a grace roll for you, and that counts as a dodge maneuver. And for me, it's a firearm roll, but I don't get my +1 because I'm spinning at the same time.
Okay, I've got a 5.
I got a 5.
I got a 5, a 1, a 1, and a 4.
Could I make an athletics to try to like
tear off the headboard?
Well, like I don't know how tightly you tied me down. Like maybe to wriggle out or kind of.
Not too tight. I didn't want to hurt you.
Yeah, we'll say you can try to do that. That would be let's call it a hard maneuver.
All right. Try to get my arm out and then I can like push the rope down or something.
Yeah, beat him with the fucking bedpost.
Now you need to beat 5. So this is a strength roll, or I'm sorry, a might roll, and
Might roll. Yep.
You need a 6.
All right.
Shit.
Now simultaneously, I'm firing at Fitch, and Fitch is diving across the bed.
Would I get my athletics for this?
I'd give you that.
I got a 6 then. I got a 5 and then my athletics is a +1.
You just untied yourself. Simultaneously, Fitch, you've just been hit.
Shit.
You were hit in the right leg. You take 1 point of grace.
All right. I'm down to 3.
Next frame of action. My guy is, let me see.
1 on his ass.
He's running over to the wounded guy, staying down below the bed. So the bed is covered between you and them.
All right, I'm going to toss the gun to Nash because he's a better shot than I am. And I'm going to try to, like, check my leg out.
Okay. Nash, give me a grace roll to catch that gun.
All right.
Fuck him up.
I got snake eyes.
Dude, you just fumbled the gun. It tumbles off the bed and fires in a random direction.
Nice. Hit the other dude.
Doesn't hit anybody.
Boom.
Bless you. I wasn't expecting it. So he like throws the gun as I'm like turning around and it like just sails right past my face.
Sails right past you. It hits the ground. It fires into the closet door.
Nice.
I make a...
You have any hidden guns anywhere, man?
I have my rifles in the fucking closet, but I'm thinking I want to interrogate. And I don't want to kill. So the one guy is down-ish.
Jump
on. I'm going to grab some coffee real quick.
All right, I'm going to go grab some more wine. You should get you should just like jump on that fucker.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Do it, and then I'll go for the gun while you're doing that while I'm bleeding to death. I'll be right back.
All right. And here we are all alone. Well, I guess maybe this is a good time to throw in. We are on the Pod Chaser beta. If you use Legends of Tabletop, all one word, all lowercase letters, you can get in on the beta for Pod Chaser. hopefully you'll leave us a review if you like what you hear on here. Review other shows. There's a ton of shows that I listen to, so you could review all those too, whatever you like. But Todd's back, so we'll jump back into the action. So the gun sails past me, and I yelled to Fitch, who's no longer here at the moment, that the gun is in the closet, and I just like flying leap over to the guy who has not been shot, and I want to choke him out, I think, with my Krav Maga. Okay. Or knock him out, at least.
The throwing of the gun, the firing of the gun, and then you getting into this new position, that takes up the round. We go into a new frame now. You are you're either on the edge of the bed or on the floor past the bed. Leave it to you where you want to position yourself. But you're within punching distance of these two guys. Now, he's crouched over his comrade and slapping his face. The comrade, by the way, is still awake. He's not dead.
Okay. So I will just go right for like the knockout blow. If he's like kind of down, like I would just come down like right on the back of his head. Like if he's kind of like crouched, like looking down at the guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's going to do the same thing. This is a fist attack. So both of you are punching toward the other's head right now.
All right.
And Fitch, what are you doing?
How bad am I? How bad am I bleeding? What is it? Was it a grazing shot or like a solid?
It went through you. Didn't hit any bone, so you're bleeding pretty bad. But you've actually been shot worse.
That's true. All right, I'm gonna grab.
I yelled that there was a rifle in the closet, so my like regular firearms loaded in the closet.
All right, I'll limp over towards the closet or try to go as fast as I can.
Which is over the bed, so you got to crawl over the bed.
I'll crawl to the bed. Run all over your.
So that's what you're doing this round, while the other two are throwing punches at each other. So let's do that. This will be either might or grace roll, Nash.
It's might for me. I got a 4 with my +1.
Sorry, I've got a 7.
Oh fuck!
These guys are fucking huge.
You just you actually just got an experience point for no and. This guy hits you and knocks you out.
Fuck.
Fitch, you've made it to the closet and you've opened the door. New frame begins.
All right, I'm going to grab the gun.
My guy's getting to his feet.
All right, I'll chamber around, pull it off safety, and fire at him.
Okay, all I did was stand up, so when I see you're taking aim at me, I'm yelling out, I got no problem with you. I'm just taking this guy.
No, actually, no, you're not, and I will shoot you unless you get on your knees next to your buddy and shut the fuck up.
At this moment, I go, okay, this is an apocalypse world. What is it? Seize and hold. Let me see what this guy's going to do. No, he's going for his gun. It was actually already out. So you've got a bit of an advantage. I'm going to give you a +1.
All right.
His gun is in hand, but yours is aimed. Yeah,
and I'm gonna take it. If I can, anywhere in the upper torso to the head. Another grace roll.
It's automatic too. So
yep, it's a grace roll.
Now I'm just gonna hold the trigger and let it loose. All right, so my grace is down to 3, so I only have 3.
Okay, my total is 6. You want a 6 at least?
I've got a 6, a 4, and a 1.
And is that a 6 with your +1?
Yeah, I gave you a +1. Did you add that?
Oh, so I got a 7. Cool.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so you shot him. His shot misses you. He is. You said you're aiming for upper body.
Yeah, or the head.
You hit him in the throat.
Boom. All right, good. We got hopefully one guy out and one guy to interrogate. I told you not to touch me.
That was a good shot. He flips over backwards. His buddy, by the way, is starting to get up, though, and reaching for his gun. So, new round.
All right.
Nash, where are you at?
Knocked out.
Okay. Let me be a little more specific. If you are on the bed before, then you're laying on the bed. If you had cleared the bed completely and were on the floor, then you're laying next to the wounded buddy.
I would say he would probably be on the floor because it would have given him a more stable shot. Like you wouldn't want to have.
You are right next to the guy who's waking up, so he's going to spend his round grabbing you in a headlock.
That's fair.
Okay, and his intent is to grab you by the head and pull you out the room.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Okay, and Fitch, you're taking a shot. So here we go.
Yep, I'm going to take a shot at this guy. Race, it's down to 3, so there we go.
Oh, Nash, you are like not easy to lift.
I got a 6, a 5, and a 1.
This guy is hit. He is hit in the left lung. He's going down. He's bleeding really, really bad now.
Fuck you. Who do you work for? Who do you work for?
He spits in your direction. There's blood in his spit.
Yeah, you know what? I'll see you in hell, you piece of shit. I kick him.
He says, you don't know who you're fucking with.
Whatever. You're the one that's fucking bleeding. Well, actually, I kind of am. But anyway. I'll live to see the sunset and the sunrise, motherfucker.
He raises his gun and points it in your direction.
I try to kick it. Just if I still have the gun in my hand, I'm going to shoot him again.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Oh, 6, a 6, and a 5. I love these dice. These are easy roller dice too.
Oh, you hit him in the stomach. This guy is a fucking mess.
Yeah, he's bleeding. He's a pincushion.
Yeah, he groans, falls to the floor. He starts making a burbling sound. Blood is coming out of his stomach now.
He's laughing now.
Out of his mouth now. This guy is not going to get up again, but it's going to be an ugly death.
Yeah. I don't want him to go out like that. I do have, some feeling, a modicum of it. So I'll shoot him again in the head.
He's out. Well, I'll tell you what, just roll again and don't roll snake eyes.
All right. Nope, a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Okay. So your gun doesn't jam or shoot yourself or something stupid like that.
Thank God. I can see that happening.
For the kill.
I get a what?
You just got an experience point for a kill.
Oh, okay. 1 next. Oops, shit.
Yeah, I'm tracking your XP, and there hasn't been a whole lot this adventure.
Okay.
But
That's
we'll total that up. We'll total that up at the end.
All right.
Okay, so Nash is unconscious. The other dude is unconscious and bleeding out.
All right. I'm gonna very quickly make sure I check Nash because I don't know. Make sure he's breathing, and then I'll tie up. I'll restrain the dude that's unconscious. Try to staunch the blood flow so we can talk to him, and then continue waking Nash up.
You have first aid skill?
That would be a big bupkis.
All right, so this is going to be a brains roll.
All right, so I got a 3 for that. Those are kind of low. A 4, a 1, and a 1.
Okay, you do the best you can, but he's still bleeding really fast, and you cannot get his eyes to focus.
All right.
You think you're going to lose this guy?
All right. Strangely, I'm okay with that. I'm going to wake up Nash, and then we will rifle through their pockets if we can.
Yeah, they got wallets, they got cash, they've got debit hologram cards. They've got there's no insignia, no matching anything.
All right.
So So if these guys are private security, they're like private. You know what I'm saying? They're not like a storefront that you hire security from.
Yeah, it's not like fucking Wells Fargo-ish kind of. I'll check like belt buckles, shoe bottoms, any kind of secret recording devices, things of that nature. And I'll also look out the window for any kind of odd-looking cars.
There is a black van out in front. That's what they took here. It's actually a hover van.
All right.
And it's still running. They expected this to be really quick.
Well, guess what? All right, cool. Is Nash awake at this point?
Yeah, let's wake him up.
All right, so we took care of these fuckers. Lithium let me know that someone was coming. Now he didn't really say what. He just said you got a minute to get out. I thought something was going to happen to you, and you were going to go ape shit in a minute. So that's why I kept you all restrained. So I'm sorry for that, dude. I'm sorry, brother. I'm going to thank Lithium, and then we're going to go out. There's a hover van that's still parked out front and running. These fuckers thought they were going to get us. You, actually, not me. They wanted you. I see. I told you. My gut is never wrong. I may be a jackass to some, but my gut is gold to everybody.
I'm gonna have to put a little bit more stock in your fucking guts then. Hey man, we got to get your leg patched up and we got to get the fuck out of here.
Oh man,
you think we get that guy outside? Are you up to it?
Yeah, let's leave this one bleeding here. Fuck him. We're gonna actually throw him out in the back in the trash compactor. Go trash compact his ass. We'll take this one with us, throw him in the sheet that I was bleeding in. And then we'll take him in the hover van. You go with hover van? I can ride cycles, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't get in some kind of freaking car chase. I mean, driving is driving, right?
Oh, yeah. Great idea.
If they got somebody, do you think they got somebody waiting? Can you see?
It doesn't look like there's anyone in there.
Yeah, I'll park the curtain or the blinds or whatever to look to see whether or not anybody's in the van.
You don't see any movement in the van, but the back of the van is no windows.
Yeah.
We could knock on it and do one of those, kind of like see if anyone comes out, and then grab them and fuck them up too.
Land shark.
There you go.
All right. Fuck. Let's go out the back and we'll take that.
We'll ditch the one guy. We'll incinerate him.
Well, if people heard shooting, it's not going to much matter. There's fucking blood all over my house. At this point, it doesn't much matter.
I'm not yet, but blood could be anything. I'm not worried about we don't want to worry about a dead body laying around for law enforcement.
No, we want to just take both of them and stick them in the back of the van if nobody's in there?
That's tiring work, dude. Fuck that. Just burn this ass.
Do we have home incinerators?
I would assume we would. Some kind of you would probably have some kind of recycling unit.
Yeah, recycling units haven't got to the point where they can break down molecular material at the home appliance level, though.
At the destroy a body level, yeah.
Right. You're gonna have some hacking to do before you can fit it in the trash masher.
Yeah, I'm not up for that. All right, let's wrap these guys up in rug style and take them out to the van. Have your gun ready in case there's more assholes, more of these goons in the back of the van.
Yeah, I say give it to me, and I put my hand out, and then I hand you the other gun that I picked up off the floor.
We could also wait, because if no one comes out of the house, and I didn't see any communication devices on these guys, these assholes, then whoever's in the van has to come in the house so we can ambush them.
Or they just fucking leave knowing that it went bad.
Maybe.
How long you wait?
We're going to just wait maybe
5 minutes, maybe.
We'll wait 5 minutes and see if someone comes out of the back of the van.
Nothing.
No one? All right.
Nope.
I grabbed some sheets out of the closet. We wrap both of the guys up. We drag them over to the front door. And we open up the door. I take a look out left and right, make sure nobody's walking on the street. And I heft the corners of the sheet. And then I just fucking drop it. And I look at Fitch and I'm like, what am I going to do with Jasper?
What?
The fucking cat, man. What am I going to do with the cat?
What about the cat?
hold on. So he'll run into the kitchen. You hear water running. He comes out with like the biggest fucking bowl that he can find in his kitchen. He grabs the bag of food. He gets another bowl. He like dumps out like a quarter of a bag of food.
You're fucking kidding me.
He puts the gun down. He grabs the cat. He fucking like ruffles his face and shit. And he's like, "All right, buddy,
will you come on and put the cat down?
Just calm down for a minute. Fuck, man. Look, buddy, I'm gonna be gone for a little bit." He rubs his head and he's like, "You got food and water? We're back as soon as we can. Don't let anybody in." And he puts the cat down. He fucking pats him on the head. He's like, "All right, let's fucking go."
Don't let anyone in. That worked for the initial contact, didn't it?
Well, he didn't know. Now he knows.
Oh, okay.
So the door jamb is kind of busted, but you can pull the door shut and it'll stick. Hold.
So the cat won't get out. Lucky you.
Yeah. I'll spend like extra minutes making sure that the door is fucking closed so the cat can't get out.
Okay. All right. Nobody comes out of the van. When you guys go over to the van, now you're carrying him like rolled up in the rug kind of thing?
Yeah. Over our shoulders. Trying to anyway. Fuckers are heavy.
As you're doing that, a neighbor next door sort of waves in your direction. He's like, "Moving out or moving in?"
Yeah.
Just doing some housekeeping, cleaning. I mean, changed some shit around in the house. It's all good.
Go back in the house.
The neighbor just sort of smiles at you stupidly.
That's right. That's what I thought.
Hey, once I'm remodeled, we'll have you over for drinks.
You can meet the cat. For fuck's sake.
So you get the bodies into the back of the van. There's nobody in the van.
What's in there?
Very little, except for there are two PDAs. They're in the front, in the little space between the two seats.
All right.
And there is a dashboard communicator. The car is can be switched back and forth between manual pilot and autopilot. And there's like a holographic computer screen on the dashboard.
Oh, grab the PDAs. Are they locked? Well, like an iPhone lock where you got to punch in a code, or can you just flip them and they're open?
I have an idea.
Both of the PDAs are locked, so you'll have to fuck with it to see if you can figure out their passcodes.
Okay.
However, the dashboard computer is on.
Let's. Does it have homing
Yeah, there's an AMSAT device on it.
All right, kind of like if you had a drone and you hit the home button, the drone comes back to you. Can we hit the home button and have this van go to its home?
Okay, well,
like backtrack for where it came from if it's going to record any of its movements.
Yeah, if it has like an auto drive, can we just set it to like the home mode?
Is look through the NavSat history at the last route that it took.
Okay, we do that.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, so it started from a rental lot, a vehicle rental lot.
Okay.
Just about an hour ago, only about a mile from here. It went to. It looks like it stopped in a parking structure for some time and then came directly here.
All right. What do you think? We go and find out where it came from the rental lot, or just go to this parking structure?
On the dashboard interface, there's also a message. Shows a message messaging software.
Oh, okay.
It shows one message.
No.
I'll click the virtual button to see what the message says.
Okay, I think this is a good place to end because the message is your name, a map to this house.
Oh shit.
And it was sent SMS from a 916 area code. That's Sacramento.
Oh shit.
Motherfuckers.
I told you, you got to start listening to my gut. I'm telling you. It has nothing to do with your girlfriend, at least not directly. She's just an unwitting pawn. It's you, man. What did you do, Ray?
All right. He looks over at you and he says, "Well, it's gonna be a long night, brother."
That's right.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? That was 2 experience points for Nash. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Not a whole lot of experience tonight. Fitch, you got 4.
Okay. Total of 4?
4 tonight, yeah.
Okay. So, like, well, 3 plus the 1 I got. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That was 3 yes ands and 1 kill.
Okay, cool.
Good deal.
That was pretty badass.
Wow.
I like it.
Never left Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think that may be the first Daytrippers game I've run
Where we couldn't figure out what the plot was, so we're
I
just
have had
fucking
another
wandering
one
around.
where most of the action took place on Earth, and coincidentally, it also involves Somnambula Inc. because they got their fingers in a lot of pies.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking that myself. But
This is the first time that there wasn't a single slip.
Nice.
Well, it
I'm
was
sure
an
we'll make
option
that.
on the table.
Yeah.
We just didn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, it's fucking good, and we're still on Earth, so we could theoretically still slot Chip into the next game. Then we.
Yeah. We could pick him up along the way to help us out with these dead bodies and shit.
I'm sure he'll be down for that.
Hey, we're doing some moving.
Hey, have you ever wanted to play a mobster?
There you go.
Now's your chance to practice that skill.
We rented a van and everything.
Oh man, fuck.
Cool. Very cool.
The plot thickens, gentlemen.
It does. Sweet.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Thanks for running.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for playing, you guys. This is cooler than I even thought it would be. When we ended up, I had a whole slip ready to go for. And then, but these other ideas were sort of percolating because, like, now you know there's this connection between, Marquez and Cordoba and these Dreamdecks.
Yeah.
It just opened up. Now I think that the most telling role though was that yes and that you made when you were interpreting the dream, Vince, because it wasn't until that moment that I decided, yeah, this actually is the exact dream you guys went into.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's fun.
Yeah, that was good.
It's kind of I don't want to get too theoretical or anything, but I try when I'm running Daytrippers, I try to come up with, situations that may turn into something or may not, depending on which way the players go. So there's all sorts of characters that want stuff, but I might not even whip them out. It depends on where you guys go.
Yeah.
The story just sort of comes from that. I should try to follow an arc, though. Like, I try to ramp up the tension and then make this contingent on the previous thing, and then near the end give you some sort of climactic thing, like you had a gunfight. But at the beginning of the game, I know I'll give you a climax, but I have no fucking idea where you'll be, when that happens.
Yeah.
No idea.
Sweet.
No.
It just works though, because players want to pursue things. They're gonna get more deep in shit, and by the time it's third act, it's like you don't have to reach very far to come up with a climax.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You're just following what the players were doing and going, oh well, then logically the enemy is going to retaliate or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good, especially considering like the vignette time in between and things that are going on, and like all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck is all this now? Like it's just like jump, like you say you want to ratchet up the tension, but it's almost like from coming out of dream state to like, wow, shit is really off for some reason. So there was already like a certain amount of tension just from the jump, and then based on things that happened like with Lithium, so like there was no guarantee that A, he would talk to us, B, give us any information. So there's,
Yeah, I rolled a bunch of that shit too, especially because you had punched him in the jaw. So I rolled his reaction. And if I rolled bad, he could have just punched you and walked out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which would have been fair. Like you can't argue with that.
Completely fair, yeah.
That's a pretty good cliffhanger, though. I think. I mean, if there's just a good place to break where you've defeated a foe, found a piece of information leading to you're going to have to go to Sacramento.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And that's where the ranch is.
It's not far from Diaspora Ranch, but more importantly, it's where Somnambula headquarters is.
Yeah.
Ah, indeed, the plot thickens.
Mm-hmm.
Those assholes.
Yeah, the last call these guys got.
All right, so apparently this high-powered corporation is now hiring private thugs to carry out its wet work.
Well, they have those on staff all the time. Like this is not like some new.
Well, no, but I mean, it's nefariously protecting its intellectual property.
Yeah.
So, I don't feel bad shooting these fuckers.
No, not at all. But here's the thing. So it seems as if my use of the Dreamdeck, is what triggered the event. So maybe
keyed into you.
Well, but maybe the dream that I saw is not the dream that was recorded.
That's true.
So maybe the dream was us working these things out, and they picked up on that.
Yeah, maybe that dream that was recorded was just some kind of like mundane fucking shit that had nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but just to bring it back to reality, maybe the teacher got spooked by your visit
and said something.
Cordoba, and he sent some PIs out to figure out where you're at.
That's true too. Yeah.
That's so mundane.
I know, right?
That bitch.
I blame you.
Well, not for nothing. I mean, if that's true, then now we know. I riled her up, and now we know where she stands, and it's we kind of figured that part out. She's sort of a pawn. I get it.
Yeah. Useful tool.
Yeah, useful idiot.
Hey, Vince, is this on purpose or not? The photo that you're using, it looks like your face is tan on one side and not on the other side.
Oh, that's just the light from the PC when I took the photo. So it's like the white balance is off.
That's a weird filter, but I could see you doing it on purpose. Like, this is what I look like summertime.
Exactly.
Wintertime.
Exactly. It works.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for playing.
Absolutely. Thanks for running.
Awesome episode. I had no idea where it was going to go.
Nice kind of games.
Now I get to figure out where it goes next.
Yeah.
Look forward to the next game.
Cool. So we're in July, so what are we looking at? Probably early part of August then, maybe?
That works.
Yeah, sure. Once a month kind of thing?
Yeah. I think that's about all I can handle.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Right. If I won, I can do a downtime roll. I get 30 days.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, you guys. Thank you for playing, and I'll see you out there.
All right. Take it easy, Todd.
Bye.
We'll see you.
Word.
All right. So thanks, everybody, for checking it out. We'll get this into the feed as soon as we can. Then we got another session of Cypher coming up this Monday. And then it'll be Fear itself 2 weeks after that. And then we'll get this one up into the rotation. So won't be too long. Check us out on SoundCloud and the website, legendsoftabletop.com. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, you already know our YouTube channel. SoundCloud, Player FM, Stitcher, FeedBurner, iTunes. We're all over the place. So check us out.
Thanks for watching, people, and thanks for listening for future folks.
We enjoy it. We appreciate it. We encourage you to tell your friends to listen. Don't forget about Birds of a Feather Coffee. You want to order some of that. We haven't have all the specific details worked out, but you can send Neil an email about the Legends brew. You can get 10% off that by using code Legends10. As far as I know, that's still good. And thanks, everybody, for checking out. And we'll catch you next time.